Hello, everybody. It's time for another bridge tip. Today, we're going to be talking about throw-in plays, end plays, elimination plays. They're all basically the same thing, just have different names. But they're a wonderful thing to execute when you're playing the hand. If you look for them, it will help you in improving your play of the hand. Now, it all depends on certain situations where an end play is available. We're going to take a look at what this all means. Okay. So the concept is the same for throw-in plays, end plays, or elimination plays. And you might have heard of the terminology strip and end play. It's the same thing. The concept is a tactical play where the defender is put on lead, where he must give the declarer a trick. Don't we like that? We want him to have to give us a trick that we might not be able to get if we didn't put him in to make him lead that. Oh, this sounds so confusing, but we're going to be unconfused in a minute. There are a lot of situations where, like, the declarer has a two-way finesse, or a card combination where if he plays the suit, he might not take any tricks at all, or at least not the maximum amount. However, if he can get the opponents to play the suit for him, he will get the most out of that suit. So the defenders will either have to play that suit, or maybe they might have to give him a rough slough or a free finesse. We like a free finesse when we know it's going to work. Let's see. Are you still confused? Well, let's unconfuse you. A finesse is a 50% proposition, right? We've all learned that. Finesses are 50-50. But if you can arrange a situation where the opponent or your enemy has to lead that suit for you right into your finesse position, it makes it 100% play. Well, wouldn't we rather have 100% play than a 50% play? Well, let's take a look at some examples where you would be better off if you could get the opponents to make the first play in the suit. Let's look at the first example, example 1. As you can see, we have the Jack and the 10 of diamonds. So we have a two-way finesse for the queen. Now, we might get lucky and be able to guess who has the queen, but if the defenders have to play that suit first for you, you're not going to have to guess the queen. You're going to be able to pick up the whole suit, and you'll win all 3 tricks. We like that. All right, let's take a look at example number 2. This is a horrible combination. If you have to start playing the diamond suit yourself, you might not even take 1 trick in the suit. But if you can get the defenders to somehow start that suit for you, you're going to be guaranteed at least 1 trick. And that's all you care about, because you can't take more than 2 because you're missing the ace and the king. But you would like to make either your queen of diamonds or the jack good. Okay. In number 3, you have no chance to win 3 tricks if you play the suit first. However, if they start the suit for you first, you might be able to take all 3. You'll see how you're missing the queen and the jack. So yes, it's another kind of position. It looks like a two-way finesse, but in actuality, it's nothing to do with that. It has to do with if they play the suit first, you might be able to pick up the suit for all 3. Not always, but most of the time. All right, let's see it in a real hand. Okay. Let's see it in action. If you can eliminate or strip the defenders of all their safe exit cards, that's the key, where they don't have anything that they can play that would be safe, and then throw them in to play an advantageous suit for you, you will have executed a strip and end play, also called an elimination or throw-in play. All right, so how do we get them to have no safe exit cards? Well, let's look at this first example. The contract is 6 spades, and the king of diamonds is led. Okay, so let's think about this. We have to guess who has the queen of hearts to make the most of this hand. Is that correct? There's 12 tricks. If the spades break, we have no problem. But of course, this is one of my lessons, so the spades don't break. Okay, so the king of diamonds is led, and you're going to win the ace of diamonds. You're going to cash the ace of spades and find out that there's a 3-0 split. So now you know you have a spade loser, so it's imperative that you find the queen of hearts. Do you want to guess or do you want to be sure? You are going to execute an end play. Can you do it? If you look at the hand, yes, you can. So let's talk about what I said. You want to take away and eliminate all the safe exit cards for the opponents. So let's start with, you play a spade to the king, you pull the second trump, and, oh, I'm sorry. You win the lead and you ruff a diamond first. I forgot that. That's very important play. So let me go back. You win the diamond lead and ruff a diamond. Now you cash the ace of spades and find out that there's a 3-0 split. So now you have to find the queen of hearts. So you play a king of spades, play to your king of spades. So we review. We win the ace of diamonds and we ruff a diamond. We cash the ace of spades and play a spade to our king and now ruff the last diamond. So now what we have done is we've eliminated all of the diamond cards, correct? Now we're going to play the ace, king, and the queen of clubs. And on the play the king first, of course, and then come to play the ace and the queen. And on the third club, on the queen of clubs, we're going to pitch one of the hearts. Okay. If it gets ruffed, if that third club gets ruffed, guess what? That person will still be end played. Why? Because he has no safe exit cards. He has no spades to get out, no diamonds to get out. Otherwise, he has to give you a rough slough because you've eliminated all of the diamonds and you've eliminated all of the clubs. So that leaves just the heart suit for him to have to play for you. And if either defender has to play the heart suit for you, you're going to not have to guess the queen of hearts. Okay. So if it doesn't get ruffed, what you do is now you play a spade. Okay, you play a spade and throw him in. Okay, you've stripped him of all his safe exit cards, as we said. He's got no more spades to lead if he didn't ruff the club. He's got no more clubs to lead because that would give you a slough ruff. And if he played a diamond, it would give you a slough ruff. So he'd have to play the heart for you. And that would give you a free finesse. And see, 100% finesse is better than a 50% finesse, all because you stripped him of his safe cards and executed an end play or a throw-in play. Well done. Okay, let's take a look at another example. Again, we're in slam. We all like these slams. The contract is 6 diamonds. And we always have to remember the auction. So here, because the auction gives you some clues once in a while. So east opens a heart. And you south, instead of just bidding 2 diamonds, you have a pretty good hand. So you double first. Your partner bids 2 spades, which is showing some values. Like he has like somewhere between probably 8 to 10 because he jumped to 2 spades. And you now bid 3 diamonds, which should be forcing. after your partner jumps. If your partner had just bid one spade and now you bid two diamonds, that would not be 100% forcing. But since your partner jumped, he cannot pass your 3 diamond bid. So he raises your diamonds and you bid 6. Okay, so you put yourself in 6, so now you've got to make it. Okay, now the lead is the 9 of hearts. So we can pretty much surmise we know who has all the rest of the hearts, not because we're looking at it on the screen, but the 9 of hearts is a tell. So it's either from a singleton or a doubleton. And we're making note of this because you sometimes have to make your plan of executing an end play when, I always say, make your plan at trick 1. Okay. So if you think about the auction, you have a definite heart loser. You have no club losers as long as you remember to ruff a club. Okay. So it comes down to taking the spade finesse. Well, you know the spade finesse rates to lose because East opened the bidding. So you should place the king of spades in his hand. And now you should think about, are you doomed, or is there a way that you can get rid of either the heart loser or the spade loser? So let's think. You making your plan, you should win the heart lead. Of course, you should not duck it. You should win the heart lead, and you should pull the missing trump. Okay, so you've eliminated the trumps, and now you're going to eliminate clubs. You're going to play 3 rounds of clubs, roughing the 3rd in your hand, and East also shows out of clubs. Okay. So now you rattle off all of your diamonds and you pitch accordingly. We're going to see in a minute. And we take a look and you come down to this position. So you have your last diamond, which I'm going to show you is a key card over here. So you've played out all of your diamonds and you come down to these last 4 cards. Okay. So you've eliminated the clubs and the diamonds, and you have not eliminated the hearts yet. So you still have, you started with the ace 10 of hearts. So now when you play your last diamond, East is in trouble. Okay, you are going to play it and you're going to pitch a losing spade, okay, on the 2 of diamonds. So you see that? What does East throw? Everybody started with 4 cards. West, we're not concerned with. All right. He has the good heart, and he's got the king, jack of spades behind your ace queen, which you know he has the king. All right. So you on the 2 of diamonds, you pitched a spade. And what does East pitch? So let's say he pitches a heart. Okay. So now remember, we talked about a finesse is 50%. So you could take a spade finesse now that you know is going to lose, or because you know that it's going to lose, maybe you can do an end play position. Okay. So if East pitches one of his good hearts, now guess what you do? You play the 10 of hearts and put him in with the king. So now he's only got the king and the jack of spades to lead into your ace queen. That's all you're going to have left too, because you executed the end play. You stuffed him in with the heart. If he keeps the king and the queen of hearts and pitches the jack of spades, now you're not going to have any spade losers. You're going to play up to your ace of spades, dropping his king, and take your ace and your queen of spades, and you'll just give him a heart. Either way, the contract was secure because you end played East. You stuffed him in, and he had no safe card to lead from in this situation. So 100% finesse, where East has to lead into your tennis, is better than a 50% finesse. It's 100% play. I shouldn't say 100% finesse, but you know you're going to end play him and he has to lead into your tennis position there. See, it's so much fun. Okay. Now, this is a concept that we're talking about a couple of different things that we've learned in our lessons. We have heard about the loser on loser play, and I did a video on that. And now I'm combining a loser and loser play in a combination of an end play or throw in play or elimination play, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Here we go. So the auction has gone 1 heart by South. North bids 3 hearts and South bids 4 hearts, and they arrive in 4 hearts, and the opening lead is the Queen of Diamonds. Okay. So now when you're South, you have to take a look at your hand and you have to make a plan, right? And you have to also recognize that you have a tenuous holding in the club suit. So you can see you have King third opposite 4 small. That's not very good. So you've got no heart losers, no spade losers. You have 1 diamond loser and a potential for 3 club losers. Too many losers if East gets into the lead. So you have to recognize that there's a danger hand, and the danger hand is East, and you want to keep him off lead. Okay. We don't want him on lead. Is there a way that we can try and do that? All right, so let's take a look. The Queen of Diamonds is led, and you should not cover. It's a losing play to cover. Why? You know who probably has the ace. That would be East, and you can't let him in because he'll sizzle a club through and you're going to go down, as we just discussed. So the Queen of Diamonds is led, and everybody should play small. And now the Jack of Diamonds is led. Now you can cover the Jack with the King. And now when they win the ace, they cannot hurt you because you are going to rough. Okay. See, already that's a good thing. Okay, so now spades. Play the ace, king of spades. You draw a trump and you rough your last spade. So now what we have done is we've completed the elimination of that suit. So we've eliminated spades, we've eliminated hearts, and we haven't quite eliminated diamonds yet. Why? Because we need that diamond for something very, very important. Okay, and we're going to see what that is now. So since West led the Queen of Diamonds, we assume he has a sequence: Queen, Jack, and maybe hopefully the 10. Not always, but we have to hope. Okay, so let's see where we're at in the hand. We've roughed our 3rd spade, so we're on the board. So the Queen of Diamonds, we played the 6. The Jack of Diamonds, we played the King. They covered and we roughed. We played ace, king of spades, pulled trump, and roughed a spade, so we're on the dummy. Now, if we play the 9 of diamonds, and East has to play small, and we throw a club. We don't rough it. We throw a club, a loser on loser play. Then West is forced to win the diamond, but now has no safe exit card. If he plays another diamond, we can just pitch another club. If he plays a spade, we can also get a rough slough, okay, and pitch another club. So he can play his ace of clubs, having to give us our king, but we're going to make the contract. So here we incorporated a strip, an elimination of the safe exit cards for West, and a loser on loser play to make West be on the lead and not allowing East to be in. So This is a loser-loser play that combines what we've learned about elimination and end plays. So it all worked out so that we can make our contract. But the key is that you have to recognize, number one, that there is a danger hand. Number two, that you will be able to execute the end play by stripping the hand for West of all of his safe exit cards. You did that so well, I know that you're going to be champions at the table the next time you play. Well, I hope you enjoyed end plays, throw-in plays, elimination, strip, loser on loser. I hope you enjoyed the whole thing, and I hope that your bridge playing has improved, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Until next time, have a good bridge day.